Department Facebook page. As you can see here, limited information, but a confirmed shooting at McEachern High School. PSPD, which is Powder Springs Police Department, is on scene at Cobb, assisting Cobb School Police at this time, and no update on victims or shooter at this time. So that directly from Powder Springs Police Department. We are following just based on this limited information, McEachern High School in Cobb County, right now the center of what Powder Springs have confirmed is a shooting on school property. If you just missed the top of our news cut-in, we are following breaking news reports. Again, McEachern High School in Cobb County, several police units are responding. Powder Springs Police is assisting Cobb School Police at this time. They do not have updates on victims or a shooter at this time. Again, very limited information we're receiving into our newsroom minute by minute. I want to take you out here while we are working on getting you an aerial visual of some sort of the scene of McEachern High School, just so you can get a better idea of where this is. This is along New Mackland Road in Powder Springs, Cobb County. Again, this is a high school in a pretty populated area. As you can see, residential space, a school in the middle of its day, almost concluding its day, now at the scene of what Powder Springs said is a confirmed shooting that several police units are responding to. We are working on getting you a visual of some sort, but we can tell you at this time that units are on scene and responding, and they are responding as urgently as they can, working to get us information so we can pass along to you. I know there's a lot of parents, community members that might have concerns at this time. So as soon as we learn anything, we will let you know right here on Atlanta News First Plus. We are going to continue to follow this until we can get you some sort of all clear and get you all the information that you're going to need to act if you're a parent, a student, a community member, and hopefully follow along as we take you through this. Now, Powder Springs Police said at this time, very early in their investigation and their response, that they do not have an update on victims or a shooter at this time. The only thing that they have reported to us, which we're relaying to you here, is that there is a, quote, confirmed shooting at McEachern High School. Again, Powder Springs assisting Cobb School Police, as I'm sure more units are expected to come and assist with this matter. But for now, taking you to our Georgia Department of Transportation camera, if you are someone who is passing through this area, I know a lot of you parents, school is probably going to be getting out soon, or scheduled to get out soon, and this is your normal time to get in your car and pick up your child. You just want to be cautious around this area at this time. There is a heavy law enforcement presence. You want to make sure that investigators can do their job and stay safe for yourself, your family, and other community members. So we do want to let you know that there's a heavy police presence at McEachern High School. Just avoid the area as best as possible at this time. We are working to get you details and any updates so that you can make a plan for yourself, your student, if you are a resident of this area yourself, for that matter. So we will continue to follow this. I am working on getting you all some sort of visual here in our newsroom. We do have an Atlanta News First crew on the way to the scene. So as soon as they get there, we will let you know. Again, for those of you that are just joining us, if you have any questions on our YouTube Live, please drop them. We'll work to get them answered for you. Powder Springs taking to Facebook to say they have limited information, but they are confirming a shooting at McEachern High School and that they are assisting Cobb County School Police at this time. There is no update on victims or a shooter at the moment. All right, stepped away for a moment just to gather some information, check in with the rest of the team here at Atlanta News First. I do have a statement for you from Cobb County School District saying, quote, "This afternoon and only moments ago, we can verify that 2 individuals who are not current McEachern students have been shot in a parking lot on our campus. Both individuals appear to have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Cobb Schools Police and Cobb County Police have secured the campus and are actively investigating the identities of both individuals and the associated circumstances. The campus is in code red. Police are on campus, and for the safety of both students and staff, parents will not be allowed on campus and buses will not run until the code red is lifted." It does go on to say we will provide an additional update to the public once one is available. So a lot of information right there. I'm going to leave it up on your screen for just a moment. The new information just getting in directly from Cobb County Schools District spokesperson saying that 2 individuals who are not McEachern students were shot in a parking lot on campus, and both of those individuals appear to have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. So at least 2 victims that we can report to you. They are not McEachern students, and they did sustain non-life-threatening injuries. Now, specifically what that means, it remains to be known. However, we can report to you that they are not in any serious or critical condition, which is always good news. Cobb Schools Police and Cobb County Police have secured the campus, and they are investigating actively, for that matter, the identities of the individuals and anyone who is associated with this shooting. That campus, McEachern High School campus, does remain in a code red. So for my parents out there, what you need to know if you're planning to pick up your child or hoping to pick up your child is you're just not going to be able to at this time. Police authorities have secured the campus. They are not letting anyone in or out as they continue their active investigation, and buses are not running at this time. So it's a good chance for you to connect with your student, make sure that you check in on them, and so that you both can get on the same page about a plan and know that they are not running buses during the normal after school schedule. So your child may be coming home a little later. If you're planning to pick your child up, you are not going to be able to do that at the normal time, at least until the code red is lifted, which it has not been at this time, and they do not have a timeline on when that will be lifted. Taking you back out again to the initial reports that we got here, the Powder Springs Police Department initially saying that they had limited information, but that a confirmed shooting did take place at McEachern High School and that they were responding. So a lot of developments in the past couple of minutes. We know that the 2 students are not McEachern students, and that the 2 individuals who were shot were not McEachern students, and that they have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. And the big takeaway for my parents, community members, students that might be watching this is that there is an active investigation on campus right now, and as a result and out of precaution for everyone's safety, they are not letting anyone off the campus. They are not letting anyone onto the campus, so you are not going to be able to pick up your child, and your child is not going to be getting on board their bus at the normal time, at least until that code red is lifted. That could be any moment now. That could be several minutes from now or more. The code red will stay in place according to Cobb Schools until they deem it is safe enough, until that investigation can conclude to a point where they are comfortable lifting the code red. So we're going to take you back out here to that statement in full and continue to bring you any and all updates we get here on Atlanta News First Plus.
You could see a number of officers, SWAT officers, guns in hand, obviously to respond to a situation like this. Anytime we talk about a shooting on a school campus, of course, that takes us back to what has happened time and time again on campuses around the country. And certainly Cobb County Police, SWAT officials there, anyone in uniform who can stand at the ready and be there on campus was called in as quickly as they could get there. And once again, confirming just moments ago, 2 people shot on campus, but they were not students of McEachern High School. They do appear to have non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, Cobb County Schools is investigating, also Cobb Police investigating. The campus in code red at this hour. Police right there on campus. You can see them from our Atlanta News First chopper. And school district officials tell us for the safety of students and staff, parents will not be allowed on campus. If in case you were watching this and you have a child who attends McEachern High School and they may not be home just yet, we are being told to let you know as parents that parents are not being allowed on campus. Buses will not run until the code red is lifted, and the school district will provide more information and give us an update once one is available. Once again, you're looking live at images from McEachern High School. This is in Powder Springs in Cobb County, where just moments ago we learned that 2 people were shot there in the parking lot. Those 2 people, not students at McEachern High School. Cobb County School District officials confirming that. At this point, we have not heard any word of any students being hurt at this time. So that's what we're going to kind of go with again. These 2 people who have non-life-threatening injuries. They're shot in the parking lot. They're on campus as we take a live look right there. And again, the campus is in code red. Police are there. SWAT units are there. Cobb County School District officials are there. Cobb County Police are there. We see emergency units there, fire department, first responders, ambulance there. They are all standing at the ready. Once again, we see police tape. You can see it there on the right-hand side of your screen. And that vehicle there with 3 of the doors open, we have to believe is part of the investigation. Not exactly sure if that's exactly where the shooting happened, but certainly investigators and police zeroing in on that and the area taped off next to it. Again, confirming 2 people shot there in the parking lot of McEachern High School in Cobb County in Powder Springs. This is a story we continue to look at right now. We can see Atlanta News First chopper on the scene. Atlanta News First reporter Chelsea Beinfor, she is headed to the scene as well as I bring in my colleague, anchor Alan Devlin. Alan, as we look at this, and I was just mentioning earlier, certainly we have all those units there, all those first responders there. We see officers with long guns really standing at the ready. This, unfortunately, is the state of our country right now. Anytime we hear about shots being fired anywhere near a school campus, this is the response we get. Everyone floods in.
Yeah, and you know, you don't need the video here from the Atlanta News First chopper, Tracy, to understand that's exactly where we are. Because while you were out here telling our viewers about what was happening, the phones in the newsroom have been ringing off the hook from parents and students calling in to alert us about this situation. They don't know any more than what we're telling you right now. And they were at the scene. They were in the school. They were in the parking lot. You can imagine how terrifying it is to be a student in school and even get word or rumor or gossip that there's any kind of gunfire near or on your campus. In this case, it was the parking lot. And just everything about your day immediately changes. Everything that you planned on doing immediately changes. And then the parents in the same boat having to get that call as well, learn from social media, learn from their kids, or hear it right here, Tracy, on Atlanta News First, that there's been some kind of shooting at the high school.
You know, and I'm checking on the website for McEachern High School, and it's posted in bold letters here. Emergency McEachern's campus is currently operating under a code red. That is as of right now. And the official word we're getting from the Cobb County School District spokesperson is that parents will not be allowed on campus. Buses will not run until that code red is lifted. And of course, we are waiting to hear word from the Cobb County School District on when that will exactly happen. And we can only assume at this point in time, as individuals investigate, they want to make sure everyone is accounted for, that there are no loose ends. Certainly why Cobb County Police are out there. Look, we can see a number of police vehicles actually lined up there outside of the school. Just a massive response there at the intersection for the school. The students are still in their rooms, I believe, at this point in time. But again, we have not heard any word of any students, any individual students being hurt. Just to recap for you, these are live images from McEachern High School in Powder Springs in Cobb County, where there's a massive police presence there, where police confirming 2 people shot in the parking lot. Those 2 people are not students at McEachern High School, are not current students. Let me correct that, not current students at McEachern High School. That is the exact verbiage from the Cobb County District spokesperson at this point. They are not current students, but 2 people have been shot in the parking lot on campus. They appear to have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. We saw 2 ambulances there. I'm not sure if there were other ambulances and they've transported
There's a bunch
them,
right there, actually.
or if
Yeah.
they are actually being treated there in these 2 ambulances. But we can see them on the scene. And again, you know, certainly officials there on campus and surrounding the campus want to make sure everyone, students, faculty members, teachers, administrators, staff members, that everyone there is safe and accounted for.
Yeah, and the thing is, you say everyone, McEachern's got about 2,300 students that are enrolled at the high school there in Powder Springs. That's not counting the staff and additional personnel on campus. They did not evacuate this building. They are in a code red. They are locked down there on campus. This is a normal day, except it's filled with students, it's filled with teachers. They're still in that building as they kind of figure out what in the world happened in the parking lot. And you're looking now here, a zoomed in shot. It shows you how many law enforcement officers and how many differing agents are out around this school. I'm sure there are some students that are in their classrooms right now, maybe looking out the window and seeing this kind of response, not knowing what is going on. So we do know that, Tracy, like you said, 2 people were shot in the parking lot there with non-life-threatening injuries. We don't know who those 2 people are just yet. We also don't know who was behind this shooting, who a potential suspect could be or motive in any capacity. It looks like we've got some more officers there with some long guns there, rifles of some kind, standing at one of the entrances of this school. They've got this place completely surrounded. There is probably not a door or a window that isn't covered in some regard. I would say over 100 officers, probably, Tracy, at least, based on the response that we're seeing, the vehicles that we're seeing in this parking lot. And they just continue to swarm, and we continue to wait to be able to tell you more. Chelsea Beinfor is on the way to the scene. So stay with Atlanta News First right here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a camera on scene there, being able to provide us live updates, speaking with police, speaking with, I'm sure, Tracy, you've got a daughter. You know that in this case, there's a good chance some parents are trying to get to that school, even though the school says, don't come.
Absolutely. You know, as a parent, as really as anyone, your heart just drops thinking about what could possibly happen, what is going on, and you not being close to your child makes you all the more anxious to get there. But again, Cobb County School District officials telling you, parents, if you are still at home watching this, stay calm. Right now, we have not gotten any reports of any students injured at this point. Again, 2 individuals shot. They are not current students of McEachern High School, but the school is asking you not to come to the staff. We know a lot of people want to rush to the staff, to the campus to make sure that their child is okay. Staff telling us basically stay put until they give us the all clear, until that code red is lifted. That code red been in effect at least for the last 15, 20 minutes now. The buses are not running until the code red is lifted. I'm assuming the students still secure in their classrooms until the code red is lifted. We are still getting at this time notice that right now the scene is very active. This from Cobb County Police Department. So we don't expect that code red to be lifted in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It could go on for a while as they continue to investigate and see what exactly happened.
Exactly. And you know, it is a mindset that you find yourself in that can be very scary for students and parents. And a lot of you guys watching right now, we talked a little bit about how when something like this happens, you automatically think about the worst case scenario. All of those police officers are out there right now as we get this wide shot of the campus to ensure the worst case scenario doesn't happen. We're honestly, everywhere you look, guys, everywhere you look, there are police cars in some capacity all around this building. Wherever there are roads, as we come over by the tennis courts here, there are police cars out there. I believe this is just construction or something or somebody out there waiting. But yeah, the best thing to do right now, parents, listen to the school, listen to the police. This is to keep everybody safe. This is to keep everybody safe. We know right now 2 people were shot in that parking lot. This code red is to prevent any other injuries from happening as they continue to investigate. We're looking all over the place right now. If you look at your screen here, we're up and down the roads, we're on the perimeters of the school campus. Everywhere you look, more police cars, more cruisers, more officers. It looks like they're blocking off this side street right there. They're literally standing right in that roadway. You can see them standing right there along with those 3 cop cars that are in the middle of that road. I have not seen any cars moving in a long time around that campus. I haven't seen any vehicles, so they might have some roadways blockaded a lot further out from what we're seeing here from the helicopter. There's another blockade there, it looks like, where nobody in, nobody out, Tracy, as they continue to investigate.
Yeah, and we can see the buses really kind of lined up in the parking lot. You see the roofs of those buses there, again, under this code red. Those buses are not running. Students are not being let out of the classroom until this code red is lifted. And Alan, you just saw from Cobb County Sheriff's Office that they basically say, you know what, this is a very active scene. We will continue to investigate here, you know, no doubt until they figure out where did this gun come from? Who are these 2 individuals who are not current McEachern High School students? What was the interaction that led to this shooting? Who else may have been involved? You know, how close to the campus were they? Police train for this consistently. We do news stories all the time about the training that officers have, first responders, for active shooter scenarios. This is what they train for. So this reaction and this response is not surprising to us. We are getting word right now from the Cobb County Sheriff's Office. They're really asking us to share that, you know, there's a location where if you parents are at home watching this, where you can reunite with your students at McEachern High School. So I want you to write this down right now. That area is 2595 New Macklin Road. It's at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And they want you to go, travel from Richard D. Saylor's Parkway as New Macklin Road and south from Macklin Road. Those 2 areas are closed. So again, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints at 2595 New Macklin Road. That's where you can meet your students. If you have a student at McEachern High School, again, school right now under code red, there's been a shooting there on campus. 2 non-current McEachern students were involved in this shooting. We have not gotten any reports of any faculty members, staff, or students there, current students at McEachern, being injured during this shooting.
A massive response out there right now from Cobb County Police, Sheriff's Office, school resource officers, a whole lot of people out there ensuring that this thing is contained as quickly as possible. And we have learned that, again, 2 people were shot there. They are being treated with non-life-threatening injuries. They were not students. They were not students, all right? But we don't know who they were or who pulled that trigger. That's what we're working on getting right now. We are just about 3 minutes here from the top of the hour where we would normally here at Atlanta News First start with our 3 o'clock show. We're going to be coming up to start that in just a little bit. Chelsea Beimfor right now racing to that scene in Powder Springs. She was in the newsroom when we first found out about this. She immediately hit the door and hit the road when we learned this was happening, and we decided as a team to